do stall it out, but
we got a really quick smoke wrap around here.
Yeah.
Ooh, how do you feel about this high ground?
Oh, like, they see him, boys. Hi.
Did they see him? Did they get vision for a sec?
Yeah, SD broke on tower.
Yeah, that'll do it.
I mean, I'm happy we're seeing at least new movements, right? It's always the same position, right? We get to see a bit of life from Gaimin.
That's a cool one. So, Lumiere's Naga Siren, I think this is going to kind of be like the glimmer of hope that Wawitas is going to have. Like, if he's able to come out of the lane in a pretty good spot, get to his item timings, like, he is very scary to deal with this game. Like, the Lina isn't enough. Like, you're going to have to rely on Centaur as well as, you know, the CK finding the real Naga Siren to actually kill him. As bottom lane, they're going to be able to find Knight here. The LSA into the Chaos Bolt as he's going to try and make his way to the tower. The Fairy Fire gets popped, but Quinn gets the first blood. Ooh. And that is going to make your mid lane real rough because that is a bottle on the courier.
Already coming out. Yeah, that is not the start you want. And especially in a matchup that we said is meant to be favoring the Lina here. See how Stormthreat can respond to that.
He needs
survival
to
is how he should respond. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, he did a good job. He blocked the wave long enough so that it pushed to his tower. He's playing on his own high ground. He just gets his immediate level 2, takes a little bit of harassment, but at least gets himself pretty close to his bottle. But yeah, Quinn's going to be able to abuse this regen advantage pretty heavily.
The lane's kind of going a little bit back and forth right now on mid, right? Like, the lane's getting shoved in, so now both lanes are now pushing back to Storm. It isn't that kind of perfect, even equilibrium that you kind of expect. Tofu trying to go for the body block onto Panda, doesn't find that.
That's always
with
great.
the level 1 disruption. Yeah. I love the fact that we see the kind of adaptation of SD. It used to always be like level 1 poison, spam it out, but Ace is actually under tower. Okay.
The double ring of protection is enough. Very nice. And mid lane Dark Mago is waiting for that bottle. He is counting down the seconds till this thing gets delivered.
He is desperate for it.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Top lane, by the way, I'm not sure if you happen to catch it, but Panda's courier actually got sniped by Tofu when he was chasing after him. And it had a whole new set of regen and a sentry. So Tofu knows that he has no more sentries coming. And he's just going to reblock the camp. So, yeah, pretty rough.
Just the resources, right? Wawitas are struggling. Dark Mega can't even go near the lane. Look, just to remind everyone, they picked the Storm Spirit ultimately last in the draft. They're trying to punish in some capacity, but not in the lane. Quinn going to go for the 1v1 duel with the creep wave. Oh, he's fine. He had the
attack
fire.
Slow. Yeah, I mean, he tried to get him with the attack slow from Overload, but I mean, this is just
not even a loser wave, by the way. Like, he TPs back to base, but the wave's on the tower. So Storm, not only does he die, he loses the flag bearer wave. Now creates a double wave, which is going to push towards Quinn. I don't think Quinn's going to even miss.
He's going to miss like maybe
CS from this. Unless he aggroes it on the tower, which he's still not doing. He did not miss a single creep of XP from that entire play.
This guy's good, man. And Dark Mail comes up and just immediately loses half of his HP. He had to pick up an early salve as well just to try and effectively trade. But yeah, this is super rough. 19-4 versus the 9-1 with 2 kills under the belt here for Quinn.
He's close to level 5. The Storm's level 3. This is an absolute disaster and one of the perfect scenarios for gaming because they don't have to think about mid lane, right? Of course, Lina naturally doesn't really need help here.
He's 7 stacked Fiery Soul, and he's not going to drop these anytime soon. He is just going to constantly throw damage into the Storm Spirit. Yeah. I know it sounds like we're harping on the mid lane a lot, but again, this is like 24 pick Storm into the Lina, and this is like the lane that has to also go well for this side of Wawitas, and Storm might just be dead.
He's Quinn, come on.
Here's another Dragon Sleep. But ooh, nice raindrop delivery there. Tries to get him with the attack slow. Light Strike away connects though. Yeah, there's just no TPs coming this way. Quinn just another solo kill as Tofu was even coming to secure the kill, secure the rune, or even the kill if necessary.
If you click on the Ench and the Pugner real quick, you think either of these heroes are going to rotate and change that scenario, right? The level 2 Ench with an enchant and a heal, or the level 2 Pugner with a held point and decrep into a magical damage lean? Like, their supports can't help him. And now Tofu's like, you know what, boss? You're a jungle Storm Spirit at 4 minutes 30. I'm just going to come and annoy you a little bit. He's got the ward to see where he's farming, and yeah, this is probably... It's been a long time since I've seen, like, the classic mid lane, right? Like, the honest battle between two mid laners. You get the solo kill, the second kill, and you shove them to jungle. Like, that rarely happens nowadays, but yeah, we've seen it here. Quinn has just slaughtered the Storm Spirit.
Which was expected. I mean, we knew that this lane was really bad. Yeah. The first blood just made it so much worse than it needed to be, I think. Because he's level 6 now. I mean, Laguna Blade is online. This is... Any hero that tries to contest Quinn in this lane is probably dead. Also has his mana boots done. Jeez.
I'm sure Gabby's watching this, giggling away.
For a moment, I'm like, what? But yeah, I forgot about that.
If you were here yesterday watching the Blacklist game against him, then you'll know the context, guys. All right. That's for the true fans. Oh my God, Dark Mega just comes back to mid and dies again.
It's not the heat. It's
yeah, raindrops will not save you from 4 points Dragon Slave in a Laguna Blade. I'll be honest. Yeah, he does a really good job at popping the raindrops with the Light Strike array, and then the big spells come out. That's just so smart, man.
Just so you're aware, by the way, since this has all been happening, Ace has now shoved the Nagasari into full-time jungle. Panda's getting dove top and dying. And CK's free farming bot lane.
Yeah, they've lost all 3 lanes. I mean, Oscar can kind of farm on the Primal Beast at least, because it is still kind of early and he's tanky. But yeah, top lane has been a disaster. They have nothing that they can do to the Centaur now. And Lumiere was forced out as a result. And Celery's Chen is going to start just absolutely dominating the map.
Okay. Yeah.
This Chen is going to pass the Storm Spirit, by the way, in net worth as soon as these towers go down.
I think Storm Spirit might get passed by all 5 players on Gaimin Gladiators.
Before the towers go down. So yeah, Storm Spirit will go below the Shadow Demon when the towers go down. There they go.
Oh, okay.
Oh, pause.
If you want to try and find some hope for Dire, it is the fact that losing your tier 1 tower... Oh, wait a second, doesn't matter. He's just dead again.
Now, do you want to hit me with the Hopium you just had a moment ago? Where did that go?
If he got to the tier 2 and farmed from the tier 2, maybe it's a little bit safer, right? More armor to provide, but it doesn't matter because he's dying to magic anyway. I was trying to provide a little bit of Hopium. It was like a 1% Hopium, but 6-0 for the kills, 5,000 gold lead. Gaimin Gladiators are currently on autopilot in this game. We've got the Vanguard now complete for Ace. 5,000 net worth to the Lina, 4,000 to the Centaur, and both the carries in the game are sitting at 3,500.
Top lane, they'll find the Enchantress as well. Lumiere's trying to offer some assistance, but is just way too strong. The Stampede comes out. Lumiere forced to disengage. Knight's trying to get the solo kill on the Tofu. He will. We are on the board, baby. 1 kill for Wawitas here as Knight now needs to run for his life. He's like, let me get my mana boots, bro. Just let me get the mana boots, please. Oh, decrep the ankle break. All right, come on, man. That was sick.
The Ace. Yeah, he's using the Centaur's phase boots to then get the free path and to run back for him. Wow. You gotta get the small victories.
Yeah, you gotta take what you can get, man.
Yeah. Storm Spirit, all he can get is a little bit of jungle. Because Celery's farming up the rest of the stacks that Primal might want to farm.
Did Celery get like hurricaned into the Primal Beast there? I'm pretty sure he did. Well, speaking of the Hurricane, he uses it himself this time to get him out of danger, and he's just gonna walk right into this Chaos Knight, who's gonna turn his attention over to Panda as well. LSA comes through, unstoppable spree now for the Lina. Yeah, I think the jungle creep like harpooned him to the I keep saying harpoon, hurricaned him to the low ground, and Primal Beast was like, "Hello there," and then Kind of gets baited instead, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Well, such is life, and yeah, we're...
Dire's bottom tower
The difficulty
is
now
under
for Wawitas is their draft doesn't really have ways to make plays, right? Primal wants to farm, Storm wants to farm, Naga wants to farm, so we'll see if they can find any farm here, but Gaimin Gladiators, they're not going to give any rest, right? They're sweep throughout the map, they're going to keep finding as many kills as possible. It's 9 minutes into the game, and I can draw them, I can't draw the minimap, but still, it feels like they're only playing at tier 2s now. Like, that is 9 minutes into the game.
Oof. Your Primal Beast goes down bottom, who, I mean, he's at... Oh, I was about to say he's at least getting some XP, but he isn't even level 6. So he's not really getting XP. Did they lose both Wisdom Runes too? I didn't even... This is something that I just forget to look at. Okay, they did get one at least.
They got one, yeah. I mean, Storm's level 6, mate. Of course they got a Wisdom Rune.
Nice one.
Oh, no.
Now you have a level
it's just
10
memes, all good.
Lina with Aether Lens and Boots of Travel at 10 minutes. He has 6,500 net worth. And it's not even like the other cores are that far behind, right? Like his other two cores are like, yeah, just chilling. Dyrachyo Armlet on his way to the Echo Saber, and of course we talked about with Ace, early Vanguard phase boots. He's halfway to his Blink Dagger, more than halfway to his Blink Dagger at this point. All right, obviously we have to slow down the game, right? For Thunder, or I'm sorry, for Wawitas. What do we do here? How do we do that?
Okay, so the saving grace is Gaimin Gladiators don't really have the best game-ending tower damage, right? Like, they can take outer towers with Chen and Lina right clicks, but when they get to tier 3s, it can be difficult. So for Wawitas, it's to brush off the fact that they got slaughtered in lanes, and just to focus on if we can get to like Manta Orchid Naga to some type of item on Oscar, because he also has practically no game. Then when they come up to that high ground, Storm jumps in, you execute that aggressive hero, and then maybe you can play it out. But of course, with Chen Hill, with Disruption, with Stampede, it's not going to be easy. But you need to, as a team, communicate what is that one fight you're going to play for, and everyone needs to align their farm to try and get to that moment, to get to that fight. It's like, do you agree to give up Proshans? Do you agree to give up all tier 2s? Unfortunately, they are just dying to Quinn and the smoke. But yeah, in this type of game, it's a lot of despair, but you need your team to speak up and actually communicate where the comeback can maybe occur.
They're looking for Quinn mid. LSA does connect, but not onto the Primal Beast, and Quinn will finally go down. The Stampede coming in as Dyrachyo is going to try and clean up here on this Chaos Knight, looking for Dark Mago on the Storm. He has got a little bit of mana left. We'll buy him a little bit of space. Does have to find a bounty rune here, so a couple bottles as well, but there's a fight in the mid lane breaking down, and they're looking to grab the Enchantress Panda. No untouchable to save him as Demonic Purge comes out. Knight will TP on home, but the damage is done bottom as Dark Mago eventually falls to the Chaos Knight. There is no way he escapes.
And if you look at the fight recap, right, for near 1 minute drawn out engagement, yes, it's a 1,000 gold swing, 800 if you take into account what Gaimin obtained, but it all practically goes into this Pugna. This is not what you really want to get, right? Like a big streak on the Lina, we finally got Quinn. He's been slaughtering our mid lane. This is our moment, and Pugna whips out an Aether Lens. It's like, oh, okay. But still, finding even one kill is pretty important. Oh, what?
And that's the blink reveal.
That's the blink reveal. Yep.
Well, actually, that might not even have been a blink reveal. He might have already had that. Either way, Ace just ready and waiting, looking for any opening. And they've got the follow-up, man. Like, Celery is always relatively close. Dyrachyo, of course, in the CK was just farming in the neighborhood. All right, they've got Quinn. They're going to try and bring him down quick, and they do. Wait. Just wait. There's no way. There's no way. Ace with a 3-hero stomp. Oh, no. Little bit of miscommunication. They thought they had it. They're just going to give it to the Primal Beast, and it's a disaster, man.
No.
Oh,
all right,
God.
If I ever request a replay, can I get a replay of that one, please?
He got the LSA off somehow before the pulverize. And Dark Mega's about to walk right up into a Chaos Knight. Does manage to keep zipping this. Oh, doesn't dodge the final bit. And oh boy.
Hit, yeah.
That's some damage. Combine that with a Solar Crest. Your boy's at negative armor. Oh, here we go. Okay.
So they sing to initiate onto Quinn. They start with the ensnare. They get on top of him.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And beautiful LSA to stop the... Yeah. They just needed a drop of damage, but yeah, beautiful spell casting there from Quinn. And that really just summarizes the game there.
Yeah.
We come back into even more death and destruction occurring. It's 14 minutes into the game, guys. Take a breather. Don't give Celery Chen. The man's more farm than your enemy mid laner, and he's been living in the dire triangle for nearly the last, 8 minutes of the game, it feels like. This is probably the hardest game I've ever had to cast, mate. I'll be honest. This is
It's up there, for sure.
This is up there.
There's just like nowhere to play, it feels like, and I don't even know what their comeback is. Like,
the comeback, it really is just about gaming mis-executing, right? Like in these types of games, if gaming, for example, spends too long going for the tormentors and it opens up the map a little bit, if Naga gets to Manta, then suddenly she's looking for a fight. But she's rushed the Orchid. They're trying to go into Ace. They are actually going to be able to get a kill, right? Ooh, that decrep kind of maybe spook for a second, but it's all good.
Yeah. It does at least amp the soul burn, but yeah, I was a little bit worried with the Chen heal as well. Meanwhile, bottom lane, Lumiere is going to TP in. He wants to just fight, I guess, with this Orchid. They will go ahead and jump onto the Chaos Knight, but Tofu is here.
Another LSA.
So is Quinn. So they managed to turn this one around into a quick 2 kills. As it just doesn't seem like Wawitas was on the same page there. Lumiere's like, all right, I want to fight, I want to battle. And meanwhile, Dark Mago is pushing mid. Your Enchantress is trying to cut lanes.
Wawitas kind of wish they had some damage on their supports, right? Like, imagine if they had like a Skyreth mage right now. The game would be as despair, but it's if you get one Vortex, one Pulverize, you're going to get a kill, right? It at least simplifies your comeback. When you have Ench and Pugna, there's no real comeback aggression. It's both kind of utility supporting each other, and that's not the best recipe for success. And we do have the funny number, but in reverse.
Oh, heck yeah, dude. I like funny numbers. Let's go.
Just don't look at the scoreboard. There's a lot of funny numbers on Dire as well.
Yeah.
Just in the death category.
Oh, boy.
Oh, boy. Gaimin Gladiators,
if you don't look at it, it doesn't
showcasing...
exist, right?
That is true. Again, for Wawitas, I do hope that this game is most likely a loss. You'd be a fool to think otherwise, and I hope that they can bounce back mentally, because these are some soul-destroying games, especially in Game 1. There is a second game. They aren't out of the tournament yet. So Game 2 will be crucial for Wawitas to shrug this one off, chalk it up to draft, and get back your heads into the game. As Gaimin at 17 minutes do look to take the first racks of the game.
Just so much. There's so many problems with like stopping this push as well. Like outside of the fact that there is a Chen here, but you have 2 heroes at like 25 HP or 2500 HP and 3000 HP, and then at any time you have this Aether Lens Lina who is just going to instantly kill a target. So
yeah, it's over, boss.
They're gonna go ahead and pop a fortification, buy themselves some time, but that will be their last fort. Dark Mago does have the Kaya Sange completed. He's like, all right, I maybe I can find an opening on the back line here. Maybe I can grab the Shadow Demon or the Chen and get us on the board here in a fight, but Dark Mago does bait out the Stampede. In comes Oscar. They're looking for the Chaos Knight, and Decrep into the Pulverize. The damage, Duraccio goes down.
Nice.
Meanwhile, though, it's going to cost you Lumiere potentially. He's songed into this one on the backside, and there it is. Ace has the damage. They've got to get out. The damage from Quinn, though, from the high ground, doing some work. Oscar trying to survive, but a nice stomp from Ace, and Quinn with even more damage being thrown in as Ace, dude, these double edges are doing just so much, and it looked like potentially an opening here for Wawitas to get into this game, but instead, it's just an opening for Gaimin Gladiators to take another lane of barracks, and there it is. The GG comes out.
I'll give credit real quick to Wawitas. That's a pretty cool way to take the fight, right? Because the Naga had the song on just the... okay, it doesn't get the kill. It was just a really cool way to like just hold the supports from disrupting. Like, it was cute, but fundamentally it doesn't matter. It was just one small cute play in the grand scheme of the game. Gaimin Gladiators, such a methodical game. In the pre-show, I mentioned that this team, they are like the best team at following the script of the draft, and one of the best heroes at doing that is Chen. So Celery Chen, you gotta respect it. You can't let that through. And if you're last pick in the draft and your mid laner asks for Storm Spirit into Lina, the only way that's possible is if your side lanes are gonna win, so then Storm can recover in peace. The fact that he got absolutely obliterated in mid lane whilst picking his hero into the Lina at this stage of the competition, it's just, I guess the phrase is, it's just not acceptable, and it's a heavy misdraft, and they got punished for it. So we'll see if they can bounce back in that second game, because yeah, this game one, just, you have to forget about it if you're Wawitas. It's just, it didn't happen.
Yeah, I agree, man. If you play a game like this, it's, you kind of just accept it and say like, all right, yeah, we made a couple mistakes in the draft. Let's not overanalyze it. Let's just go back to the drawing board, and we'll just play a new game. Like, treat it as a new series, essentially, because yeah, if you dwell on it too long, it's just going to tilt you further and further, and you're going to just spiral down that hole for game number 2, which you really just can't afford to do against Gaimin Gladiators. Like you said, they play the fast game better than almost any team in the world right now, and you just gave them a perfect draft to do it. The Centaur, of course. The Chen just makes it even worse. CK, who just gets, an armlet and an Echo Saber, and he's like, all right, I'm ready to go. And then Quinn having a free lane despite not having last pick. It's just the perfect recipe for a Gaimin Gladiators draft. But
yeah, it's... Go on, sorry.
No.
It's just one of those games I also don't really know what to say at this point. Like, it's one of those rare games where everything happened in such a short amount of time that, I look forward to seeing how they put together the replay package. We're already at minute 8. We're now at minute 13. Are we like one highlight away from the game ending? This could be a record for a highlight package. 1 second. This is a pretty cool, again, very cool from Quinn. Even when they're crushing the game, they're making these small plays to make sure they aren't like slipping away. And let's just see. Okay, so we're 2 highlights deep. Okay, this is our 3rd highlight. I'm excited to see it. Is the next one going to be the Ancient Falling Cryptic? Yes, no?
I would say it's going to be...
okay. There's a little bit of depth to it. All right,
it's going to be the mid lane of Barracks fight. Yeah, this one. I think this is the last highlight. Yeah, where they get Dark Mago and you're like, oh, sick. Okay, or they get Dyrachio. Like, we're in it, guys. And then Ace is just slamming double edges into your team over and over and over, and there's just no stopping this guy. He is so far.
I mean, shout out to the replay operator getting at least 6 highlights from this game. That's impressive stuff. But yeah,
7!
as impressive. Oh, baby, we're getting treated.